execution on the shot, because I thought it was not. He didn't get the elevation he was looking for. It was tossed up. But that will make him feel better, because that's the type of player he is, likes to go on just over the man at short extra cover.
Now he's going for the reverse. Goodness, what's wrong with this guy today? He's just, he's got himself some runs, but shots he's been attempting right from the word go, it's not one we expect from an opening batsman.
Just that maybe he's just not trusting the surface. Again, he's looking to undercut that ball. And that ball just hitting the back. But I think it was a drift going down the leg side, but the wicketkeeper was interested.
That's better. You've got to pay respect to the good deliveries. But I can't understand his mindset. High-risk shot, the premeditated reverse sweep. It's down the leg side. Swung away just beyond the reach of Lasith Malinga. He almost stretched out his hand, tantalizingly close to Malinga.
Yeah, there's been a few close calls for Shanto. This one was drifting down the leg side, and Lasith Malinga was going for it, stretching. Wasn't an easy catch by any means. Would have been an outstanding catch had he held on to it. He had to kind of reach out and also jump if he was to take it.
Get a move on. I think he's going to be caught. The ball is coming underneath that one, and no problems at all. He tried to throw caution to the wind and has paid the price.
I think you called it perfectly, Shamim, when you said that something was going to give. And that's exactly what gave away, because Nazmul was looking to try and go after the bowling, and look at the speed. That ball much slower, tossed up, just not allowing the speed. It just gripped a bit, and
exuberance of youth. A great first delivery, gets a boundary in a boundary drought sort of innings, and then goes for this.
But the seasoned campaigner that Mashrafi is, obviously he read the wicket well and knew that the ball would hold back a bit. And as after he won the toss, he said that because of the soft surface, the texture, he opted to field first, and I think he's made good use of the.
That's hit up in the air, but this time he's made good contact. The youngster follows up his boundary with a maximum. He looked for this 3 balls in a row, didn't get it, but he had his mind set on that.
There we go. Mashrafi bowling a little short of length, and Afif on that occasion saw the ball early and knew where to hit, and he hit it big, 6 over long on. That's a magnificent shot from this youngster.
Yeah, speed of the bat 121, not necessarily the quickest. It doesn't always have to be in the 130, 140 range. Over. But Afif finishes well with a quick single at the end of 5. It's 33 for 1. Malinga from the AKS end.
Was always a go-to man, Malinga. You remember, as and whenever the captain needed to give the ball to someone. That's his speciality, the Yorker, the slower one. That was what Malinga was so special that he had in his armory these.
And that's why he plays across the line. Malinga had a glance, but the only glance was at the stumps, not on the onside or the offside. And the man with the focus has done it again. Full, maybe slightly, not quite in the Yorker box, but does the job.
And I take back what I said just a moment back. Malinga is not the same. Just look at the way he bowled this batsman. 34 for 2 of 5.3 overs.
No tampering with the batting order. The captain walks out. You'd have to say, wouldn't quite classify it as a crisis, but not in the greatest position of all. Afif Hussain came out firing, hit a boundary and a 6. Mashrafi Mortaza was looking to just hit across the line there from Malinga. Never a good idea.
Never against Malinga. He was dead accurate on that occasion, and he had him cleaned up. But with Mahmood Riyad there now.
Ah, there's a rare one, and it's given a wide. Must have been a very close call. Malinga isn't delighted with that. Here's one bouncer for the over, but I think just saying good afternoon to Mahmudullah was Lasit Malinga. And Mahmudullah says good afternoon back to Lasit Malinga, just like that. What a wonderful shot from the captain of the Khulna Titans. Nonchalantly steps down and smashes it over long on for a boundary. 6.
That's a magnificent shot. Over long on, effortless shot by Mahmood Riyad. We know that he has that in him to go for the big shots, the big sixes, and on that occasion he made full good use of that delivery that was coming in onto his pads.
Not ideal for Malinga. He won't be happy with that. It was a length delivery, straying on the leg side, and I think asking to be it. How will he respond, the veteran? And that's his response, and it just tickles round for a boundary from Mahmudullah. He might have a smile, but it's a wry smile in his face. He knows he got that one wrong.
And of course, Mahmood Riyad knows that they've not averaged a very good run rate, and they know that they've got to go for the runs, and we've seen the last couple of deliveries. He's not going to go and wait there and spend some time without doing much.
And the contest continues at the end of the power play. Khulna Titans, 45 for 2. Nearly pulled it out there, with Michael Klinger going after him. President looking on. It's wonderful to see him keeping a close eye on not just the BPL, but on Bangladesh cricket in general. It's always good to see his presence at the ground.
Nazmul Islam, one of the many youngsters who have...
Oh, that's beautifully hit. You could feel the sound of the bat. It's a big, big 6 from the bat of Mahmudullah Riyad for the second time in the short innings he's played. That was only his 4th delivery, and the second time he's gone maximum. You could hear the sound of the bat of Nazmul Islam Oppu. What a wonderful shot.
Going down the wicket, magnificent shot, using his feet. He's wasting really no time at all. As you said, 4 deliveries, he's hit 2 4s, 2 6s and a 4, and that's a magnificent 6 straight hit over the bowler.
Yeah, the previous 6 we saw was just about 120 kilometers off the bat. This one, he had to make the pace of the ball because he's coming down to a slower bowler, and you need to make the pace to try and go all the way, and hence the 137. This time delicate from Mahmudullah Riyad. What versatility from the captain of the Khulna Titans. First he bludgeons it over long on, and then just for variety shows, I have every stroke in the book, and that was so beautifully played.
A very, very deft glance there, and for stark contrast to the shot that he hit before, dancing down the wicket straight over the head for 6, and here he just nudges it, glances it for a well-deserved 4.
Striking at 400 now, Mahmudullah Riyad. 20 of 5 deliveries, and he's in a belligerent mood. There he goes again. The mood continues. This time, he's gone. Once too many, Mahmudullah Riyad. He didn't get hold of that. You couldn't hear that same sweet sound of the bat as you saw for the previous 6. And he goes down the throat of Sohan Ghazi at long on. The Cobra comes out with the celebration.
Yes, one shot too many. I thought Mahmudullah Riyad on that occasion could have hit it on the ground, but he wanted to get along with the game, and in doing so, they gave that a very, very easy catch on the long on region.
20 of just 6 deliveries, but he'll be disappointed. You can see it. 56 for 3.
বুলছে মামুর বেটা সিক্স মারবো গোটা গোটা সিক্স সার পেটো লাগলে বলে যাইব যে কুয়া জমে গেছে ক্রিকেট গল্প জিটিভির পর্দায় লোকাল ক্যাফে ক্রিকেট গল্প জিটিভির পর্দায় টাইটানসো কসে জোরে কাপনি বানি কায়দা কইরে রাইডার্স কয় জাগো বাহে ও বাহে ও বাহে ও বাহে 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 রাইডার্স কয় জাগো বাহে কুমঠে সবাই জমে গেছে ক্রিকেট গল্প জিটিভির পর্দায় লোকাল ক্যাফে ক্রিকেট গল্প জিটিভির পর্দায় ভিক্টোরিয়ান্স কইছে আবার জিতন ছাড়া নাই কারবার ভাইকিংসর বদ্দা হইয়ে ও কইয়ে বদ্দা হইয়ে ভাইকিংসর বদ্দা হইয়ে হাপিবা আরা জমে গেছে ক্রিকেট গল্প জিটিভির পর্দায় লোকাল ক্যাফে ক্রিকেট গল্প জিটিভির পর্দায়
মাঠে জামু কাবলু মু কাগলকে পাই কাচ্চু খাইয়া গাল ফুলাইয়া কইছে ডাইনামাই
আসেন সবাই বসেন ঘিরে ঝুমুক মারে চায় জমে গেছে ক্রিকেট গল্প জিটিভির পর্দায় লোকাল ক্যাফে ক্রিকেট গল্প জিটিভির পর্দায়
No Chris Gale in the action, but the bowlers are in the action right now. And hello, hello. Not quite pushed up that high, but Ariful Haq was a floater in the order. He was padded up, and he's been sent up at the fall of the captain's wicket. And how bitterly disappointed will Mahmudullah be?
Well, Mahmudullah was able to up the rate a bit, and in order to keep the tempo, I think, as you're mentioning, as you're referring, I think that's the reason why the Mahmudullah Riyad's defended there, tried to take a single, and the deliveries that we see of the scoring shots of
Yeah, that's been the story. Batsmen have been coming down the pitch. A successful over finishes for Nazmul Islam Oppu, 57 for 3 after 7. Ariful comes streaming down for 1, asking for 2. They get it. Good running between these two. Michael Kling has been there for a while, watching the carnage at the other end. He walked out to open the innings with Nazmul Hussain Shanto. That was good running between the two, even though he bumped into Rubal on the way back again. There's the distinctive spring from Rubal. Finally, after quite a while, poor old Michael Klinger gets the strike. Maxi Klinger, his nickname Maxi. We've already had 45 deliveries in this innings. 70, 20, hundreds.
Rubel is a bit of a nippy kind of a bowler. As the earlier match, if you recall, Gautam, he did extract quite a lot of bounce, and there was this.
Both padded up. Puran was due to come in next. They've sent Ariful Haq up the order. And they nearly lost the wicket of Ariful Haq. Just not looking to have got going yet in this innings. And Rubel just has a quiet word with him. Come to the end of 8 overs. Still Rangpur would feel the happier side. 63 for 3, the Khulna Titans.
But he's back in the hut, and now it all depends on this pair, especially Ariful Haq. Ariful Haq has been in very good touch throughout the tournament. Yes, Michael Klinger, we heard a little while earlier that he's not faced too many deliveries. He's faced only 12. He's gone on to score 7. But what about Ariful Haq? He's swept straight to Lasit Malinga. Direct hit would be interesting, but it's a wide of the stumps. Ariful Haq 208 runs, but it's come in.
Really been starved of the strike.
One, the second's not there. Very good work from the keeper, Mohammad Mithun. Yeah, just going back at the toss, Tino. Both teams cannot complain because of the fact that both teams got what they wanted to do. So it's important for them to really go and ensure that first and foremost, obviously, Khulna in a bit of a bother at the moment because already 3 down. They would want to score in the range of maybe 150 above. They scored 158 against Rangpur Riders in the first match in Chittagong. Very much.
Yes, boy. Yes.
It's well bowled. It's really well bowled. Just 4 runs in the over. 67 for 3. It doesn't look like a high-scoring pitch one more time. I mean, if you look at the runs that Khulna Titans have scored, the top 3 has been against Rajshahi, which was 213, 174 versus Commilla, and 170 versus Chittagong. It doesn't look like they're going to get close to those 3 totals. I might be wrong. It might be a very big over later in the innings. It's just looking at the pace of the pitch. Hey, that's very, very well played. Just a touch wide, and it's excellently played by Michael Klinger. That is the top shot. His first boundary, and it's taken him 24 deliveries.
He's been patient, and that's nicely played. To be able to get that ball away backward of square with the pace off it is a really good shot, but nicely played. Nobody back at third man. Found the gap between the backward point and the third man. And welcome first boundary for Michael Klinger. Yeah, just talking about the surface very quickly, when I was out there earlier, certainly very dull looking, and it just seemed as though there was a bit of moisture underneath. And because of that, they're going to look for 2 here. Good running, nicely played into the gap. Because of that moisture, you would expect the ball to be a little bit slow off the surface, which we've seen already, and maybe to take a little bit of spin.
That's what Tino is thinking, that yes, perhaps if you can go to 150, it's a pretty good total. Bowled him! Peach of a delivery in the Yorker box. You mentioned about how important he is when he picks up important wickets at a crucial stage of the game. Once again, he does the trick.
He's brilliant with the ball. That's a great delivery. It's not often you see him bowling seam up, but what a wonderful Yorker. Little bit of angle back into the right hand. Michael Klinger misses the Yorker, and celebration once again for the Rangpur Riders. He's gone for 21, 82 for 4.
Nicholas Puran, 60 innings in his 20-over career. Very good strike rate. Best of 81. He's here because of the score. Just absolutely brilliant. Look at that seam position. Right on the money and uproots the middle stump. I think it got a bit of a reverse also. Just came back in quite sharply. There you go. It just comes back in. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that slower delivery. Beautiful piece of delivery. Absolutely pleased with what has happened so far. Safwan Subhan. That's all bowled again. They want the single, but he's prevented that. It's a very good over. Yeah, he's given up a 7, but he's picked up a wicket also. After 12 is 83 for 4.
Just deviating down the leg side, possibly signal a wide. It is.
As I said, Shamim, 140 might be a very good score because we've seen that the pitch is slow. It's not really coming onto the bat. It's been a struggle. And also the spinners have looked to try and toss it up, particularly Ghazi. He's mixed it up. He's not fired it in. He's looking to get some purchase off the track.
Oh, he's got underneath that one. It's high in the air. Two fielders are going to see it sailing over for the maximum. Coming at the right time. Lovely little charge from Puran.
Yeah, there was an element of risk for sure. He was looking to undercut the ball. But what he did very well was he got close to the ball. Look how close he gets. And then he hits it. So he went the full hog, went the full distance, and that sailed away. That's too short. Don't bowl that length.
Got away with that one, Shohag Ghazi. It had hit me written all over it. And he tried to, but it's just, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that ball. Maybe hit a little too hard at the placement. Not quite there.
Yeah, on pitches like this, horizontal shots will be what the batsman would want to attempt. The cut and the pull for anything short. It's the drive and the loft that they'll be a little bit concerned about.
Ariful also just coming down the wicket to meet the ball, and on that occasion Shohag Ghazi saw him coming and dropped it short. It's gone for a few runs already, 8 in this over, a couple of balls left. Scrumped him for space, and in the process did better fielding. A short mid-wicket there, committed by the fielder.
Good commitment, Brendan McCullum. He's been outstanding in the field. Mind you, he's lived almost all his life behind the stumps.
Just a tuck away for a single to finish off over number 13. It's 92 for 4.
Once again, plenty happening out there in the middle as that throw from Bopara doesn't result in overthrows. But I'm pitch side in front of the Khulna dugout with Chadwick Walton. Chadwick, it's been a mixed innings so far, but I think the key lies in the hands of both Puran, Brathwaite and Archer, both from your part of the world.
Oh yes, both. All three of them are from my parts of the world, so I think also Ariful has a big part to play too. 20 overs there.
Oh dear, that's up in the air. Who wants it? Is it Bopara himself? Oh, they all leave it. They all left it. Oh, you should have seen the smile on Chadwick's face. 3 fielders converging. Everybody said, we're just going to have a look at that again. It was hit by Puran up in the air. And you saw 3 fielders converging. I thought the bowler wanted it, but right at the very end he goes, maybe not. Why don't you have it? No, I thought you were going to have it. At the end, the Khulna Titans and Chadwick Walton continue to smile. But you really need, at 94 for 4, what's the kind of target you would have talked about in the change room?
I mean, it's I wouldn't say it's a difficult wicket. It's probably a challenging wicket. So I mean, anything over 140, 150, I mean, we'll see if we can go and defend that.
And right on cue, a boundary from Ariful Haq. The message to him was to go out and bat as long as he wanted to. And if someone like Bopara strays down the legs, and a few fans of big hitting in general would have missed out on the batting of Chadwick Walton, but nonetheless only 5 can make it. But hopefully whenever you get a chance, we'd like to see what we saw in the CPL.
I mean, yes, only 5.
7 from that over so far. Need a few more. That single brings up the 100 for the Khulna Titans in the 14th over. It's coming at 7.3 runs per over at the moment.
I'm sure you picked up that they felt 140 to 150 will be a good score. The second 50 has been slow as well.
It's swung around, and there's a fielder coming and catching that. Well done. That's good work in the deep. 14 done. It's 101 for 4.
Be a single down to third man. But Shamim again, Ariful and Puran, 2 fairly inexperienced players, though they're both very capable. Look at the ball tracking. Yeah, it was clearly just going down the leg side. That's that LBW. Again, I feel that this little face with Mashrafi and Bopara bowling can be very, very critical. Mashrafi's last over, Bopara's got 2. So how would this little face pan out?
Well, they've got to just chance their arms. I think got to take a few risks at this moment. Going at this rate, they would not get too far. And imagine what you mentioned, 150 would be something that the bowlers can be comfortable with when they're defending.
But the question here, Shamim, we'll come to that in a moment.
Mashrafi Mortaza is so accurate, so controlled in his bowling. Just not give the allowance to the batsman. But that when we have another look of who's to come after this. And then, oh, that's just past a couple of the fielders and have given them in a single. Almost an overthrow there. It's just your point, that question, what would be comfortable? Now look at who's to come next. It's Brathwaite. If he's there, and Jofra Archer can wheel the willow, that's for sure. So these two need to take a few risks. I don't think just maneuvering the ball or milking the runs is the order of the day at the moment. They've got to try and blast their way. And if they lose a wicket, they've got some big hitters coming later. So they don't have to worry about that. Running out of overs, that's crucial. Just 5 after this. So go for it. Oh, he's not allowed to go for it. And that's excellent bowling from Mashrafi Mortaza. Just 117 kilometers per hour.
And he's also bowling just back of a length. The thing is, this surface hasn't really lent itself for those big hits. Look at Mashrafi and look at the speeds he's bowled. He's generally been around that 115 or less than that, 115 to 125. Just 2 deliveries that he's looked to bowl quicker. So he's bowled length and bowled within that speed zone.
Any bowler is going to be proud bowling to the left and right-handers. Look at those clusters. Brilliant. And this time he tries to make room for himself. Plays the ball away, but there is a sweeper. And again, just the single. Pressure building. 5 singles in the 5 balls that have been bowled by Mashrafi Mortaza. Coming to the end of his quarter of 4 overs. Hasn't taken a wicket, but 21 runs on 4 overs in this format. Absolutely marvellous. And another good delivery, another single. Just 6 runs from that over. After 15, it's 100. Oh, they've run 2. Right, they've got a couple of runs there. I thought there was a single. They ran 2. Well done.
বুলছে মামুর বেটা সিক্স মারবো গোটা গোটা সিক্স সার সর পেটো লাগলে বলে যাইব যে কুয়া জমে গেছে ক্রিকেট গপ্প জিটিভির পর্দায় লোকাল ক্যাফে ক্রিকেট গপ্প জিটিভির পর্দায় টাইটানসো কসে জোরে কাপনি বানি কায়দা কইরে রাইডার্স কয় জাগো বাহে ও বাহে ও বাহে ও বাহে 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 রাইডার্স কয় জাগো বাহে কুমতে সবাই জমে গেছে ক্রিকেট গপ্প জিটিভির পর্দায় লোকাল ক্যাফে ক্রিকেট গপ্প জিটিভির পর্দায় ভিক্টোরিয়ান্স কইছে আবার জিতন ছাড়া নাই কারবার ভাইকিংসর বদ্দা হইয়ে ও কইয়ে বদ্দা হইয়ে ভাইকিংসর বদ্দা হইয়ে হাপিবা আরা জমে গেছে ক্রিকেট গপ্প জিটিভির পর্দায় লোকাল ক্যাফে ক্রিকেট গপ্প জিটিভির পর্দায়
মাঠে জামু কাবলু মু কাগলগে পাই কাচ্চু খায়া গাল ফুলায়া কইছে যায় না মাই
welcoming you all to Fresh Presence Cricket Extra. I'm Tanya Aparajita is with you. One down man position যেটা এখানে আপনার কি মনে হয়
আমাদের ওপেনাররা যদি আমাদেরকে সলিড একটা ফাউন্ডেশন তৈরি করে দিতে পারলে আমরা কিন্তু we can go and win it.
টি20 যখন আপনি খেলবেন দু একটা ম্যাচ খারাপ করলে কিন্তু মোমেন্টামটা ধরে রাখা খুব মুশকিল ছিল
একটা পর্যায়ে মনে হয়েছিল যে 50-50 যে কেউ জিততে পারে
they didn't come out with the right plan
12 13 14 এই ওভারগুলোতে কিন্তু যেভাবে তাদের ব্যাট করার কথা
তার ব্যাটিংটা ঠিক ততটা ভালো হয়নি
Fresh presents Cricket Extra every match day after the match only